What's up, PC Master Race? It's your boy Caesar with another episode of Los Compadres Podcast.
Yo.
What's good? What's good?
Chilling, bro. It's been a minute since we recorded.
Yeah,
I think a month and a week.
Yeah,
dude. It's been a while.
We pretty much stopped when they told us to stop, and then started back up as soon as they said, "Hey, you guys are good to start back up."
Yeah.
Yeah. So how have you guys been?
Good, man.
Yeah,
Working
Working a
sun.
lot.
yeah. Oh, you
Yeah.
guys opened back up in store, right?
Unfortunately.
Soft, but
Soft open.
Yeah.
So how's that work?
You gotta make an appointment.
You gotta make an appointment to come in. Not really. I mean, that's how it should work. You
Yeah.
really need to make an appointment to come in, but
Mm-hmm.
we've been doing a lot of walk-ins, which has been really frustrating.
Gotcha.
Yep.
So like, you make the appointment on the app or in store?
You
or
can
I'm
call,
sorry, call
app.
online, call.
Online.
Whatever's
Gotcha,
easier,
gotcha.
I guess, for the person.
And that's
Yeah.
to like limit the number of people that go into the store, right?
And pre-screen
Supposed
them.
to be.
And pre-screen
Oh, like
as
you guys
well.
are checking
Like,
temperature?
No,
No.
like just to ask, have you traveled in the past 14 days? Things like that.
Yeah.
Mm,
It's like
interesting.
a pre-screen, yeah.
Yeah, we're supposed to get a phone call the day before and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Right.
But that's not really what's been happening.
They should.
So.
Why don't they take temperature at the door, like most places do?
I don't know.
Too much work.
Maybe. I don't know. I really don't know. I mean, honestly, they don't even have to have gloves or mask on when they come in.
Gotcha. No, yeah, I feel you. Damn. I mean, I know a lot of places aren't doing the gloves and mask thing, but there
Yeah.
are some places that, since they're not forcing you to do it, they'll give you something if you do it.
Yeah.
You know, so they'll be like, hey, if you wear your masks or your gloves, like come see us at the register, we'll give you a free gift. And usually it's like something small, like $1
Yeah.
worth of, but it's something, you know, just kind of like, hey, like,
Inspired candy bar.
exactly.
Some motivation.
Yeah, just something to keep you,
No, it's just
motivated.
this has been a little frustrated because it's a little confusing on how the direction is going because it's supposed to be one certain direction, but it's just going everywhere right now.
Right.
So it's a little crazy. But I mean, I was telling Marcos, like, I've learned that a lot of people are very like entitled and very like selfish. In this whole process, I've learned how like entitled and selfish people are. Not just because like we soft open, but like even before that, like people would just come in and like they just expect you to just fully like just what they need is what they need right now is what they get, and it's
Right.
like that's not how it works, you know.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
and it's just like a no is like crazy, and like I know it's always been like that, but I don't know why like right now it just feels so enhanced.
Right. Like the entitlement's kind of like through the roof.
Yeah.
Like people are using the pandemic to be more entitled.
And like a dick.
Yeah.
I think it's because the people that aren't entitled like that are not being the ones out. Does that make
Yeah,
sense?
That makes sense.
So
I can see
we're
that.
getting we're only seeing the entitled ones because
It's
those are the ones that are the ones going out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could see that. That could be possible.
So
But it's just been like really enhanced. I don't know. Like everything is just like crazy. Like I don't know. I get like a lot of rude customers throughout the day, and like I don't know. It's just frustrating.
Yeah.
Like just being able to. I mean, like obviously, like people need to get stuff, and I get that completely. But at the same time, it's like I don't ever see myself like going to a store or like if I have a problem with something, I don't feel like I have to be disrespectful or like rude to get what I need, or to maybe like make the process faster to get out or whatever the case may be, you know. Like I just feel
Right.
like there's a way to do it, and I don't really need to act out to do that.
So the thing that I've learned is
That's
it's
crazy.
like if you need something done and you're in a rush, like, and it can wait, like just it's better to have it wait.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
for
Like-
sure. That's
Like
for sure.
don't go somewhere and expect them to, try to do something twice as fast. Like especially if it can't be done. Like sometimes it just can't be done as fast as you need it to be done. Like if you're like, oh, like I work tomorrow, I'm gonna go before work, like, and then you leave and you're like, oh, I got 20 minutes, like that's plenty of time. Like first of all, you don't know what the process is unless you're really well informed of what the process is and you know it can be done in 20 minutes. Like, okay, that's you.
Like we're at
Right.
McDonald's.
Right. But however, you know, McDonald's could have a long ass line.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know, that's one of the other things. It's like if you plan to have 20 minutes to do something, you have to take into account other things that could happen.
Mhm.
Lines,
What time of the day am I in?
traffic, exactly. Where you're visiting,
Yeah.
what their foot traffic. You know, it's like these are things you just have to keep in mind, and it's like that's why it's just a lot easier to wait till you have a day off to do the things you want to do.
Yeah, like this lady, like was on Marcos, like yesterday, she came in and she was like, "Oh, so I've basically been running, right? So I've just been running the
Mhm.
product out, and you know, I had like 3 cars in the lot. She pulled up. I took care of like 2 of them, so there was 2 left. It was her and someone else, but the other person was obviously first.
Right.
So, you know, I got past the car and she's like, "Excuse me, I've been waiting here. I have an appointment soon. Like, am I gonna get my product soon?" And I was like, "You'll get it when you get it. Like, there's people waiting before you. Give me a second." Right? And then like I just gave it to her. Obviously she was being rude after that. But I was just like, bro, like you gotta relax. Like you're not you definitely saw like 3 or 4 cars before you pulled up.
Right. You're
Like-
not the only person here.
Like if you
Mhm.
if you think like you see cars and you see that's taking too long, come after your appointment. Come tomorrow. Like you have 5 days to pick the shit up. Like,
Right.
Yep.
honestly, like
Exactly.
you're being dumb, you know?
Yep.
And it's just crazy. Like I've seen people from that to people like, "Oh, this shit's fake." Like y'all being like
Extra,
stupid
yeah.
for or being extra or whatever the case may be. Like, can't believe y'all doing this. You need to open up. Like you guys are losing business. Blah blah blah. And it's like, bro, like you need to chill the fuck out. Just because you couldn't walk in and get your movie, like relax. Like it's just crazy, bro. Like the only people I understand that maybe feel like frustrated or like need like something is like parents that have like kids that need a laptop or something, you know. And like I completely get that. You're like kind of like on the edge there because you need to get that need. But at the same time, like even those people probably have been the nicest, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
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 Like
Yeah.
that ass.
I was
They've
just
been the
gonna say
nicest
that.
and the most
those are people
understanding.
who understand. Exactly. Like that's the thing. It's like those people absolutely understand. Like this is the situation. This is what's happening. Like we need to like you're just understanding of it. You know.
Yeah.
It's
So it's just
it's
wild.
crazy. It's like literally like before. I remember before like the stores closed. Like people would come in and be like, "Oh, like," I'd be like, "Sorry, we don't have it," and they're like, "Nah, you're fine. Like it's my fault. I shouldn't have waited so late." You know, it's
Mhm.
like I could have gotten this a week ago. I could have gotten it 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
It's like I just waited. You know, and it's like it's like you could you could check online, and this was before like the shipping delays started to happen.
Yeah.
But I mean, like,
And that's another thing too. Is like, oh, why May 15th? And it's like May 1st or whatever, right?
right?
And it's like, I don't know, bro, because fucking everything's slowed down right now. Obviously,
Exactly.
like it's just, I don't know. It's just direct. Like I hate how people direct it to the wrong like person,
Exactly.
right? Like
Yeah.
instead of probably honestly, you have some fault in it
Mm-hmm.
because like you said, maybe you waited too long, whatever the case may be. And let's say you didn't. At the end of the day, like the person that's taking care of you, that's not their fault.
yeah,
At the end of the day, like that's just the circumstance. And I feel like I said, I don't personally feel like I would ever be like taking it out on the wrong person. I don't think I've ever have. As far
it's
as like
it's
that.
funny, bro. They expect you to pull your phone out and call the CEO and be like, "Hey, like,
Yo, this guy
yeah,
really needs this fucking laptop or something. Like, I don't
hey,
know, it's
like
just-
this guy really thinks that we should open because we're missing out on business. Like
Yeah.
we're messing up, you know, like
You're the CEO's number one advisor.
exactly.
So
Yeah, you at the line level that you are can make
Yo, exactly, bro.
can make those decisions for the company, bro.
and the
is
ones
so
with the products, like what do we have a factory in the back that we could just make the product right then and there?
I'm saying,
Yeah.
like,
it's
what
like,
do you
what do you mean you don't have
we're
it
out
in
of stock. Why do you need to talk to manager? Like, I don't get it.
Yeah, he wants you to make another one, bro.
Like,
Just-
I have the Nintendo Switches just ready to go back there. Just,
it's like
I just don't want to give it to you.
Yeah, like,
just
yes.
you.
yeah,
It's
exactly.
crazy.
I don't know you. You haven't done nothing to me. I just really don't want to give it to you. Like, no.
It's just crazy, bro. And then
Like-
people expect you to have like the craziest things. Like yesterday, I had this lady. She was getting a speaker, I guess, for her son or whatever.
Right.
And it was like one of the LG speakers, like one of the big ones that
Mhm.
has like the karaoke type of function.
Right.
And it has a microphone jack in the back. And it was like $350, right? At first she was like, wow, $350 and it doesn't bring a microphone? That's crazy. That's so expensive. Like, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, all right, don't buy it.
Damn, that's
Right?
crazy.
And then the second thing was like, oh, is it portable? And I'm like, no, it's not portable. You have to have it plugged in. And she
Right.
was like, oh my God. And it's not portable? Why is it so expensive? And I was like, look, first of all, if you really don't want it, then just don't get it. Second of all, it's actually a really good actual speaker. Like, it's really loud. It sounds amazing. And you know the one I'm talking about, the one that's back in gaming. by
Oh,
gaming.
the
The
big
LG
ones?
one,
Yeah.
Like it sounds beautiful and it's like really loud. Like, so she was just like, okay, that's just so expensive, but whatever. He wants it, so I'll just take it. And I was like, okay, cool. Then she's like, oh, so you have sell a microphone? I'm like, no, it's like a seasonal thing. We don't carry that really often because it's not something that people look for, like a single microphone. And then she was just like, wow, I can't believe you guys don't carry your microphone. And I was like, I'm pretty sure probably no one carries your microphone. You probably have to find that online. I would look at Target, looked at Walmart for it, just being nice. Couldn't find it.
Guitar Center.
Guitar Center.
Exactly.
That's the only place.
And I was like,
And that's because that's made for that.
exactly. I was like, not many people look for that shit,
Yeah.
bro. Like, you need to relax. Like, and then she was like, oh, can you order for me on Amazon? I was like, no, what the fuck?
Oh, that's she
I'm
wants
like
you
a
to.
fucking personal shopper, bro. Like, the fuck are you,
Can you pay for it too?
Yeah.
Just order it to your house. I'll pick it up.
I'll
later.
cash up you. I got
Yeah.
you.
That's crazy. And another thing, bro, I was telling my girl too, like the past 5-10 years, everything's been about online orders, right?
Yeah,
And all of a sudden, no one knows how to order online.
I'm saying,
Like,
bro.
no one knows. Like, they come to the store like, I have to order online. How do I do that? Where do I go? And I'm like, bro, I know you order stuff online
Google
all the time, dog. All you gotta do is just go to Google, put
my store,
click the link that says
my store.
.com. Then go into the fucking search bar and fucking put 50-inch Samsung TV. Hit add to cart. Put your personal information. Put your card info. Hit place order. Confirmation order.
Yes, queen.
Check on the status.
Yes.
That's all you gotta do, bro.
Yeah.
Bro, I honestly like.
No,
it's so
you gotta tell them,
frustrating,
be like, go to Google Maps, look up my store online, and then that's where you go to place the order.
Nah, but it's just crazy. Like, it's just so funny, man. I hate it.
Yeah, no, I get you. I get you.
I hate people
Well,
so
the
much.
thing, and the other thing is like, I've seen a lot of customers recently. Like, this guy, they wouldn't pay his credit card, and he just needed to swipe the card. And we swiped the card, like, and he had the mag strip up, right? He was like, he's holding like this. I'm like, no, mag strip down. Like, flips it like this, mag strip down. He puts a chip in, mag strip down, takes it out, mag strip down, grabs it, tries to tap on it. It doesn't have tap. Mag strip down. I'm like, how did you make it this far in like in life? Like we've only been doing chip for 2 years. Like
The lid. The lid.
that's
The lid.
exactly how I felt.
The
Like
lid.
like it's been 2 years since you haven't used the mag strip, and all of a sudden you've forgotten. And you tell me this is the only time you've ever paid your credit card in the store.
Oh, that's
Like
crazy.
Like I know you've done this before, so why is it an issue now?
yeah,
Like how do you make it this far?
people just, I don't know, man. They get like that, like fear, like their fight or flight, like shows up, and you can tell that people, like, just flight, like they just don't, they don't like the most basic things are so hard to comprehend, you know. Because they're just like, I shouldn't be here, but I need this thing. But then it's like, I'm mad because, like, I can't, you know, like, I can't go inside to get the thing. I have to talk to someone to get the thing, type of thing, you know? It's just, it's crazy to
And
me.
that's another thing, bro. Like,
Like,
we'll
how
be
people-
parking. Sorry to cut you off.
No,
but
no,
this
you're
is-
good, you're
this is
good.
just because what you said, like,
Yeah.
they have to talk to someone, right?
Yeah.
So it's so funny because, like, we have parking, right? So we have
Yeah.
parking attendants, right?
Yeah.
So we have a spot, right, where
Mhm.
like cars line up and you
Mhm.
can talk to them
It's
as they
obvious.
go, right? It's obvious that there's
That's
a line
their only
and that
job.
we need to talk to them before they either park for return or park for like a pickup or just for a question in general. They have to talk to us.
Do they have to roll the window down?
Yes.
Obviously, yeah.
I mean, you can yell through the window.
no,
I wouldn't roll my window down.
Well,
Anyways.
but also we also have the mask on.
we have the
Oh,
mask
okay.
on and
If you
everything.
have the mask on.
And we're not also onto the car.
Yeah,
We're-
like we
we're-
have like
we're
a
at
part, you know.
distance from
And there's
the
some
car.
customers that put the window like not all the way down, like a little bit down. That's fine. That's whatever.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is like they'll legit come through, right? And they'll
Yeah.
see a line
Mhm.
and they see that there's like two people there connecting the line. For some reason, they'll just go and park and sit in their car for 30 minutes.
And then
And
complain.
then get out their car and be like, I've been here for 30 minutes. No one's helping me. Blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, dog, I know you seen me out here. The whole 30 minutes you've been talking to fucking cars and directing them where to park. Why don't you think, oh, let me go to the fucking car where all the cars are lined up or the person that was taking care of all the cars and go talk to them.
That's
Bro, I'm just like,
That's
dog.
what, that's what it, like. I'll like they'll stop me. I'm like, well, did you check in with them? No. Did you check in on the app saying that you're here to pick out the item? No. Then how do you want me to know? Like, how do you want me to know? Like, I want you to answer that question because I want to know. I want to learn that skill to know that you're here so I can give you your product. Because I don't know it right now.
You're just supposed to sense it, Marco. It's
Like-
just a feeling, a tingly feeling you get in your butt.
My spidey senses, you know.
Dude, it's just so bad, bro. It's so frustrating, honestly. But we'll get off of that because I feel like I'm venting right now. I haven't been able to vent about this, and I'm venting it right now. And I need to stop.
No, dude, I can tell by your bars.
I know,
For
right?
real.
It's just been so
For real.
frustrating. It's been so frustrating.
Goodness.
People are so dumb. But did you see about the video that like went viral today
Which
on
one?
Twitter
Which
about the
one?
Karen?
Oh, the one that
On
got
the
kicked
Red
out of Red
Lobster?
Lobster?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Be careful with the term Karen. Some people get offended.
Oh no, not like that.
Bro, I
know.
love the Karen Durant meme, bro. That shit, shit had me
Yo,
rolling.
she crossed
bro.
them up,
For
bro.
real, dude. That she went
crossed
underhand.
them up, bro.
Yo, she went underhand too.
No, the backhand crossover. I was
oh
like,
my god,
damn.
yeah.
Behind the back, sorry, not the backhand, but the behind the back
Yeah.
crossover. I was like, okay. But
That Karen Durant meme had me rolling.
and then they
for
put
so
like
long,
the
dude.
Karen wig
Yeah, for
on
real.
Kevin Durant.
Yeah.
That shit was funny, bro. No, but yeah, that
Oh.
lady ever lost that got kicked out, bro. That's crazy.
She
And
literally
then
fought
she
all
like
of them.
legit hit her first, and then it was like, then she got like
I was
her hair
assaulted.
pulled, and I was assaulted. Everyone here saw it. I'm like, dog, you are ridiculous.
So explain to me the video because I'm not gonna lie to you. I've been super busy all day today, so I didn't get to watch it.
oh, you didn't get to watch it?
No. I mean, I've heard about it. Like I saw clips on it, like
Oh, okay.
like
good.
while intermittently strolling through Twitter, but I didn't see the whole video.
Yeah, because it was like 3 minutes long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So basically, I guess everyone was waiting there for like 3 hours for their food or something like that.
Yeah.
And then I guess she wanted her refund or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But in the video, you just catch when they like push her out, basically. Obviously, because I don't think anyone was recording inside, because I don't think anyone was supposed to be inside.
Right.
But so basically, you just catch her like them kicking her out, and then that's when she was like, "I want my refund." This and that. And they're like, "Yeah, we're gonna give you a refund. We just need your name." And then she was like, "No, the receipt, something like that." And they're like, "We just need your name or whatever." And then she got her refund, and then I guess she expected it in the moment because someone said like, "No, it's like 4 or 5 days, and you get your refund, whatever."
Right, because it goes back to the card.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So then that's when like she like I guess punched the manager, and then the manager, that's when she pulled her hair, and that's when they try to separate them or whatever. And then after that, that's when they finally got separated. She was like, "This is assault. Everyone here saw it. Blah 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 blah."
Yeah.
And whatever, and then she got on the phone, and it's like, bro, first of all, you punched them first.
Right.
And second of all, I'm pretty sure they wouldn't have kicked you out if you just probably would have waited outside the door. If that's also what I'm assuming.
Yeah, it's
what's going
self-defense,
on.
Yeah.
So it's just like, that's crazy. And then the people that were recording, one of the ladies was like, "Let go of her hair," and it's like, bro, you obviously saw her punch the person, and now the person is holding to her hair, but obviously for a reason, because she just got fucking punched.
Right. Yeah.
Like, what? Like, just
Mind you, that was all on Mother's Day.
on Mother's Day.
That was a
crazy.
Mother's Day fight.
I'm just telling you, bro. There's people who escalate things for no reason. Like I think it's because they don't expect there to be consequences. That's
Yeah.
that's my biggest
see
thing.
that.
I think a lot of people don't expect for they have this thing ingrained that's like the customer's always right. Customer's always right. That's not a thing that actually pertains to the customer's always right. That basically what that means is like if the customer demands it, like we have to make it because the customer is right in that sense.
Yeah.
It's a manufacturing thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's a supply and demand thing. It's not
Exactly.
like a retail thing. It doesn't mean like the customer comes in, oh, it's $1. Customer's always right.
Yeah.
No, like that's dumb. Like you know how many businesses would be out of
Mhm.
out of business because of that?
Yeah.
Like no, it's a supply and demand thing. Like the customer's right because the customer is the one that's buying it.
Yeah.
So we have to make it because they're
Yeah.
buying it.
Yeah.
And so like I don't think that people necessarily understand that like
Mentality.
yeah, that mentality that it's like, no, the customer's not always right. And
Yeah.
also like, no, like there's consequences to your action. You
For
know, if
sure.
you're an asshole to someone, they're human. Like, don't be surprised when they're an asshole to you. Yeah, a lot
Yeah.
of the times people just kind of eat it, you know?
Yeah.
There's people who are really good at that. They're really patient. They're really good at eating it, and they'll service you with a smile and be like, you know what, like, whatever, you're not worth it.
Mm-hmm.
And those people will take the high road, and if it's good for them, it's good for them. But then there's people who can't,
Yeah.
you know, in the
That's
short
me,
term,
bro. I can't do that.
they
You
can't.
can't.
And you can't blame them for that, you know, like, it's
Bro.
like,
That's why I told Mark I've been avoiding like being outside in general the past couple of days because I know like if someone comes at me, bro, I'm gonna fucking like clap
She's
back.
gonna get
bro.
fired for real this time.
I'm going to clap back, and I don't give a fuck because like I'm not the one to get like. I feel like I'm so chill and I'm
Right,
so
yeah.
respectful to people that
Exactly.
I'm not the one to disrespect, bro, because I'm
Mhm.
gonna disrespect you back, and I don't give a fuck. Like I just don't. So it's just like,
Bro.
I've been trying to stay outside. I just been trying to stay inside, just run, do the things I gotta do.
Yeah.
To get out, do the 8 hours and get out. Because,
Mm-hmm.
bro, I'm not good with biting my tongue when it comes to customers, man. Like I just can't.
I don't blame you.
I can't, bro. It's
I don't
just
blame
they be trying, bro.
I'm saying.
And another, bro, I would never wait at a restaurant for 3 hours for food either. Like,
No,
dog,
I'd
I would
make
just
something
go
at
home
home.
and fucking cook. Like,
Exactly.
Yeah, in that time
That's
frame, you
crazy.
could have gone to a grocery store, picked up the items,
Cooked
gone
it.
home, cooked it.
Yeah, I'm
and
saying,
probably
and it's
be
like
eating it.
it's like it's Mother's Day. Everything is closed.
bro,
Like,
it's like one of the busiest days for restaurants in general.
I know, but the thing is, it's like you have to also understand. It's like places aren't open.
And they're
you know?
short staffed.
And they're short staffed.
They're not
It's
even
like
like fully
the places,
staffed.
the places that are
Yeah.
open are short staffed.
yeah, and they're not short staffed because they don't have people. They're short staffed because they're required to be short staffed.
Exactly.
So it's like it's not because they wanna and they don't want to spend the money on the labor. Like obviously, like the more business that comes in, the more money that means for them.
Mhm.
But they can't,
Yeah.
And so the thing is, it's like why try to go to a restaurant during this time period, anyways? Like why
Yeah.
try to be around people?
Yeah.
Like it doesn't make a lot of sense.
Yeah.
you know.
Right.
Well, I mean,
Like-
I always believed in not going to any restaurant on like events like that, like Mother's Day, Father's Day, and stuff like that. Personally,
I feel like on those days you have to have a low expectation. Of
Yeah,
your service.
I
Which,
mean-
like even like not even doing this mess, like just in general.
general, yeah.
Like
Why is
Because there is
why
so
is
many
that?
people.
Why is that?
most of them are mothers. Like a lot of servers are mothers.
Okay.
A lot of managers are mothers. A lot
Okay.
of and during Father's Day, a lot of them are fathers. During Christmas, a lot of them have families. Like, why put them to work?
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, that makes sense.
But
That
you
makes
also gotta
sense.
think
So
about
I never go to a restaurant during that time.
I understand that.
I get your point of view.
So
Because also another point of view too is like that's their busiest day of the year too.
Yeah.
Like one of their busiest days. So like that's
but
the,
because we make it their busiest day.
Yeah,
That-
but
which
that's-
is why I don't contribute to it.
Right. Okay. I know. I get that.
no,
I get
but that's
that.
how they
but-
get, like, for example, for at least a server, tips, right?
Yeah.
So that's like probably their biggest tip day.
Yeah,
One of their biggest tip days, right? So like, yeah, maybe it may suck like to work it, but at the same time, that
Yeah,
week
I
you're
know.
making some good
Yeah.
money too.
Yeah.
But I try
But
not
yeah, I
to
don't-
add to the reason why they're
Yeah,
working.
no, I feel you.
You know,
I
no,
really
I
don't.
get you. I get you.
I really
So
don't.
look at it from this point of view, right? It's Mother's Day. Like you don't take your mother out, to dinner, and that's fine. That's what you prefer to do. But for me, who like doesn't live with my mom, right? Like taking her to dinner on Mother's Day is one of like the few things that I can do,
yeah,
right?
That's
So it's
also my
like
point of view, too.
it's like if you look at it from my point of view, like this is what I can do for my mother.
True.
On
Yeah.
Mother's Day. Now I'm not saying we don't take her out to dinner every year. Like sometimes we cook.
Which is what I was gonna say.
Yeah,
yeah,
like sometimes
I mean,
we'll cook for her.
'Cause that's
We'll
what
make
I do.
something for her.
like
you know?
I'll cook for my mom and
Yeah.
we'll
Damn,
have like
poor
a nice
mom.
dinner.
Get her some stuff and
I feel
Yeah,
whatever.
and
bad
then
for
get
your
her
mom.
a
Yeah.
gift and
Shit must
that's it.
taste like crap.
Yeah, it is.
I'm
Pretty
just
bad.
saying.
Marco slurps his
Slurps on
eggs,
eggs.
and he's
Hey,
like,
Mom, look at me.
he's like,
Look
all
what I can
right,
do.
I'm gonna go play Halo now. Bye.
24 years of life, and this is what you get.
No, but that doesn't make sense though.
Yeah.
Both.
But
Both
that's
sides.
that's just how I see it. So like I when I see videos like that, I'm like, see, that couldn't have been avoided. If we just
Exactly.
didn't open.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Marco's like, couldn't be me.
Yeah.
Couldn't be me.
Yeah, like-
Yeah.
You wouldn't catch me looking at that, and you wouldn't catch me being there. You couldn't catch me being that one
Exactly.
person because I just
Exactly.
don't go out.
You
to
do
do
that.
that.
Yeah.
You
You
know.
stand by that, bro. That's
Exactly.
good. You
That
stand
makes
by
sense.
that. Absolutely.
But that's just me.
But another thing I was gonna say is those big days I usually have just a low expectation if I do go out, which I
Oh,
probably
of course.
do.
Oh yeah,
But just a low
absolutely.
expectation.
Absolutely. If
Even like a fight night type of thing or anything like that, or a
Nice.
sport event.
Mhm.
If I go watching a restaurant, which I never do because I hate it, but if I do, low expectation.
Let's take in consideration that one day, the UFC fight that we went. They
Yep.
literally took forever for everything.
Yep, I was like that. It's bound to happen.
yeah.
Yeah, like
I mean, honestly, like if the parking lot is full, I don't expect anything
Yeah.
quick. I'm
Yeah.
like, but I mean that's the thing, right? Like if I go out with Charity and we go out to dinner somewhere, it's like we're there just to like enjoy each other's company. It's not
Yeah.
like go there, like do everything as quick as possible and come back home. No, it's like be there, just hang out, talk.
Yeah.
Like the food and stuff is second. It doesn't matter to me how long it takes. It doesn't matter to me like how long something is or whatever. It's just
Yeah.
I'm there. we're doing something,
Mhm.
we're like hanging out, like it's just us.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no
makes
one,
sense.
no distractions, no interruptions. It's literally just us.
That makes
You
sense.
know, so it's like that's my view on it. Like that's why I don't really care for wait times or like for if something is taking too long. Like I understand people are busy. Now
Yeah.
there are times where people do forget about you, and then that's like kind
That's
of
not no
disrespectful.
either. Yeah.
But it's like that one time. Remember we went to Ale House
Mhm.
and the server took everybody's order except for
forgot
mine,
yours,
and she
yeah.
forgot mine.
Yeah.
She's like, I didn't put it in, and I was like, oh, okay. She's like, well, do you want something? I was like, no. And she's like, are you serious? I was like, yeah, no,
Yeah.
I'm good. Yeah.
It was too late because at that point we
Yeah.
all had our food.
Everybody had
and,
eaten already. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was
That was
like,
such a bad
fuck
day.
it.
I feel bad.
I didn't really care. But so today, right? I like cleaned Charity's car, like washed it, waxed it, clay barred it, like
Mhm.
complete detail inside and out, got all the pet hair out and stuff, right?
Yeah.
It literally took me like 7 or 8 hours to do it,
Yeah.
right? And while I was out there, I was jamming to like my Mexican music, right?
Yeah.
And this lady pulls up, right? I've never seen her before, never seen her in my neighborhood. She was in like a red Prius,
Mhm.
right? She pulls up and she's like, is the young woman that lives here, is she home right now? And I was like, yeah. I was like, but she's working, you know? And
Mhm.
she's like, oh, does she live here by herself? And I was like, it's a weird question, but I was like, no. And she's like, oh, so she lives here with her parents. And I was like, no, you know, but
Yeah.
I was like, yeah. I was like, no. I was like, can I help you with something? And she's like, how much does she pay you and what's your company's name? And I was like, excuse me? And she's like, well, you're washing that car, right? And I was like, yeah. She's like, well, like, you know, how much does she pay you for that? And I was like, I live here. I was like, the little girl is my, like, young woman is my
The little girl's
girlfriend.
my girlfriend.
The little girl is my little girlfriend.
Notice I corrected that before you even finished the sentence.
I was like, the young woman you mentioned.
No,
I
no,
live-
no, no,
editing
you're
it out,
keeping
bro.
that, boy.
You ain't
You're
editing that
keeping-
out, bro. That's too good, bro. The
Nah,
little
fuck
girl,
off.
bro.
Fuck off. Leaves chat.
Anyway, so you were saying this, the young lady.
I was like, the young lady, I was like, she's my girlfriend. I was like, I live here, lady. And she's like, oh. And she just rolls up her window and drives away.
Damn, that's embarrassing.
I was like, what the fuck? I was like, I don't know, bro.
Damn,
like,
that's
cause she
stereotypical
also
as
said,
fuck.
she's like, I've seen you like mow the lawn. I've seen you like wash the car. I was like, so why wouldn't you assume, you know, in my mind, I'm thinking, why wouldn't you assume I
Bro,
live here?
you're everything.
Bro, I'm
Lawn,
saying.
car service, bro. You
But
got
there's
it
not even
all.
like a truck out here
Yeah,
or like
no,
a car
you-
or anything.
Exactly. I didn't have anything that says I wash cars.
Like, or
Los
a company
compadres.
name or something.
Those
Exactly.
compadres detailing.
Yeah, for
Los
real.
Compadres production. That's what he meant earlier.
Yeah, we
He
mow
didn't
lawns.
tell us, but we're gonna have to mow lawns now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're doing hard
Paint
labor now.
exactly. Rake leaves.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys didn't know that, but yeah,
Welcome
what
to
it
our
is.
new age.
that's how we're gonna get our new mics
That's our new audience. We play the podcast while
As we
doing
do,
everything.
Yep.
for real on the speakers. Yeah. No, I was looking into getting us like better quality microphones, but then I just
think we're
figured
good,
out.
bro.
Yeah,
think we're good.
I know
I
that's
think
what I'm
we're
saying. I figured out just you can just add
Filters.
filters and stuff.
But then
It
that's
sounds
wild
better.
though that she did that.
Yeah, no, dude, I
But
was
do you know if she lives here or?
no. So that's the thing. I've never seen the car around before, right?
So how did she know Charity living here?
That's what I'm
So
saying.
that's what I'm saying. Like,
Damn, but you're a stalker.
she's had to like be around here somewhere.
At one point.
Yeah, or and she saw it. I don't remember seeing the car, but I mean, she's like I said, I've been there all day.
Yeah, because you don't really get a lot of traffic. At least the times like when we're here, we don't really.
Well,
the
no,
only
it's-
car
it's
that
a-
we really see is ours.
It's a cul-de-sac. So the thing
Yeah.
is, it's like it is a dead end.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. Like you don't get a lot of people in
so
and out.
there's no through traffic. Yeah, exactly.
Hmm.
So I don't know. I was just I laughed. I'm not gonna lie. I was just like, okay. Like it's not the first time it's happened. Like, you know, Charity and I will go places and they'll be like, you know,
Just a little beaner.
no, they'll be like, oh, I'll be with you shortly, and then they'll start talking to her, and I'm just like, we're together.
I like how you both walk up at the same time
Yeah, and they're
and they
like,
ignore you.
exactly, and they're like, oh, we'll be with you shortly, and I'm just like, we're together. What?
The interracial couple problems.
I'm saying, bro. I'm saying.
I'm sorry, bro.
That's funny.
It's okay, man.
That's funny.
Nah, it's
You can always call me when that happens.
Jay, happens again, Jay.
Damn, bro.
Bro, but
That's how Maria feels then.
she's like, "Who's that little white boy?" Well, now you look like a Mexican, bro.
Bro, my hair's
You
so
look,
long
you
right
look
now.
more Mexican
And my
than I do,
mustache.
bro. Jeez.
My mustache has been annoying me, to be honest.
What's up? Your
I mean-
barber hasn't opened up yet.
No, I don't think so.
You
can't
missed
shave
I
your
haven't
mustache?
honestly checked, to be
You missed
honest.
that barber meet on
Even
your
I don't
shoulder?
even want to go to the barbershop,
I
to be
mean,
honest.
so you can't shave your mustache?
I could, but do I want to? No.
That sounds like a lot of complaining for no reason. then.
Marco's.
I didn't complain.
I couldn't
you
comprehend
haven't-
that.
You're growing out your hair, aren't
I
you?
didn't
Yeah, I am.
complain.
We
Yeah,
talked about it.
yeah, you are.
When did I complain?
My
I didn't
mustache is
complain.
doing annoying me. Yeah, I'm growing out my hair.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's true.
Yeah.
it looks longer. It's
Yeah, I
kinda
can
nice.
actually now grab it from the back and put like a moño, whatever.
Don't
How
do
you
that.
say that?
Yeah.
Man bun?
No, but what do you?
A bun.
Ponytail?
Oh,
No, what do you-
rubber band.
Yes,
Or a band or whatever.
It's crunchy.
That's
Yeah, what- I
crunchy.
guess that's a proper
I don't fucking know, dude.
rubber band. You know how painful that is, bro?
No, I don't. I've
Yeah, don't do
never
that.
had long hair
Band.
like that.
Oh,
Yeah, don't do
shit.
that.
My hair gets long, but I can never put it up in anything.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do a man bun or anything like that.
Yeah.
But
So
Why
how's
not?
I could.
how's
Why
the Valorant beta been going for you guys?
It's good. I only play one night.
The what?
Valorant.
I wasn't gonna do anything with you.
I was like, that was like the Valorant. I was like, is that a car? What is that?
He bought us new cars. Did he tell us?
Valorant beta. How's
Yo, I got so confused. I was like, where's he going with
how do
this?
you guys pronounce it? Let us know
Valorant.
on IG.
How you
Valorant
know-
or Valorant?
Let us know. How's he gonna let us know?
Just comment or tell
The
us on
word?
Instagram. Yeah,
Comment the word.
send us a video of you saying it. Tag us in your story. Is it Valorant or Valorant?
Valorant is really good. No, honestly, I only played it once so far, and I enjoyed it. It was
It's
really
good.
fun.
It's really good. I like it.
For that one night, I really enjoyed it. It was
If
fun,
if
so.
one of you guys hooks me up with a beta key, I'll give you $10.
Bro, just
Dude,
watch the stream.
literally, Jason and Caesar were playing,
Yeah.
right?
Mhm.
And I'm like, damn, now I'm gonna have to go ahead and grind 10 hours or 40 hours of streams. Fuck it, whatever. So I loaded up Rainbow, but before I started playing Rainbow, I threw on a stream
Mhm.
and then linked the account, whatever, for Riot, and I'm playing Rainbow. And then I'm waiting for a package to come in, so I was trying to see if it came in, and I checked my email. I already had the code. It was 45 minutes. And I wasn't even watching the stream. I muted the stream, threw it in the background, and commented twice, and was playing Rainbow when I got the code. And it's literally like a 3 gigabyte game, so it downloaded like that.
Yeah. I
Like,
got it like,
literally by the
like
time
in
they
8
finished
hours.
their game, I was already ready to go and done with my tutorial.
yeah.
Wow.
Because
Pretty
I
good.
mean, also the games are long. So.
Yeah, they are. It's like
It's
with
13
best of-
rounds.
You have to win 13.
Yeah.
Yeah,
First
and
13.
it's best of 25.
It's
It's the first one of 13. There's no
For-
overtime
oh,
or anything
okay.
like
I mean,
that.
there's 25 rounds
Yeah,
potentially,
25 rounds total.
potentially.
Total,
If, yeah,
but it's best out of 13.
could go up to
But first
25.
to 13, sorry.
That's pretty
There's
good.
no like
So,
overtime swap.
Is
or
there
anything
what
like that.
is this just another 5v5 capture the point bomb
It
type
is
rainbow thing?
It is CS:GO,
Yeah,
With Overwatch.
but in Overwatch.
That ass.
that's pretty good.
That's the whole game.
Ass.
That's pretty good.
But it looks better than CS:GO.
Do you think it's
Yeah.
here for a while, or do you think it's like?
I think this won't be the CS:GO killer, but this is what's gonna give CS:GO a run for their money.
You think so?
No.
Yeah.
Like how Rainbow did, or better than
Well,
Rainbow?
Rainbow never really
It's
gave
two different
CS:GO.
games.
They are two
a
different
run for the
games,
money.
yeah.
It gave CS:GO an opportunity to look at a different style
Mhm.
Yeah.
of gameplay, but it never really did anything for CS:GO in a way that was like, oh,
Yeah.
CS:GO, this is it, we're done.
Yeah.
Valorant will definitely be the one to be like, hey, watch out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because the thing I like about Valorant is because the thing I really didn't like about Overwatch was that like, or at least I felt, cause I never really played Overwatch, but at least from the gameplay I see, was that it was very like ability, like you had to rely on abilities a lot.
ability.
Yeah, it's
It's
all
all
ability.
ability.
And like
It
gun
is.
comes like second to it, kind
It
of.
does.
Well, there's only
Um,
like 3 characters with guns in
Yeah,
the first
so
place.
it's like I don't really like that. But at least in Valorant, like there is abilities and there's like the heroes, whatever. But at the end of the day, like gunplay still matters. Like gunplay still honestly,
that's
like
the key part.
yeah, like someone can still do the ability, but you can still come back and kill them with the gun.
Yeah,
Like,
and,
Yeah.
and the ability.
that's what matters.
Overwatch is very meta.
Yeah.
You have to follow meta to win. If you don't follow the
See,
meta.
like, I'm not really into that.
Yeah, I don't blame you. That's kind of like why Overwatch died off for me.
Yeah.
I haven't picked up the game. I don't think in over a year.
Don't get me wrong. Overwatch is fun in the sense of how nice it looks and the game type that they have, like the payload one, that's honestly my favorite one to play. But I agree. It got too overwhelming in the sense of I have to learn every specific push and every specific like ability to how to use it, how to combo it with somebody else, and it just became too much.
What people work well together.
No,
exactly.
I can definitely agree. Like to see the gameplay, like to like the graphics and all that, like the colors and everything. That's dope. Like it is dope of it.
The game looks gorgeous.
Yeah, but I don't know, just the gameplay itself for me is like
and like if your teammates don't know how to use their ability, like their operators and
then
their abilities,
Yeah.
you are essentially now useless unless you're like a McCriggy or something like that. But like if you're, let's say Lucio and your team and you do the basically his ultimate gives everybody like this shield, this barrier where they won't take any damage for a little bit. If your teammates don't do anything with that and whoever has the shield doesn't push into the objective and doesn't capitalize on them having this extra health, you just wasted your ultimate. And that happens a lot unless you have a coordinated team, and a lot of times you don't. So that it just got really tiring.
But I see like in Valorant you can still do like an ace or a 4K or something. You can still carry. So that's what I like about it. And I like the mechanics of the CS:GO too. Like I've also seen CS:GO and I never got played it before, but now that the mechanics are very similar, like I actually like it. Like it's pretty cool.
CS:GO is a fun game. Yeah. How are you liking PC, bro?
I didn't have a PC when we did the last episode.
No.
I didn't.
We were talking about it.
Yeah, we're talking about it. It's been amazing,
Master
man.
Race finally joined up, bro.
I know, bro. I really like it, man. You can do a lot on it. Graphics, gameplay is just so much better, bro. Like it just you're getting what you're paying for, you know. Like,
absolutely, 100%.
And at least for Rainbow, for me, like that's my main game, obviously. So like, I'm getting like a lot more, like I'm getting more out of it with PC than what I was with Xbox on Rainbow itself. Because it's just PC is the way to go if you want to play Rainbow, like PC is the way to go. Yeah, it's just an option about that.
Absolutely. But it's like even then, like just aiming, everything. Like,
shout out to my boy Marcos for building my PC.
I mean, honestly, like just the gaming experience is honestly a lot better on PC because you can choose if you want to do controller or mouse and keyboard.
That's nice.
You have that option to do that. Now the biggest thing is it's also like it's just easier. First person shooters are just way easier on PC when you have a mouse and keyboard. I tried to play Rainbow on Xbox the other day, like just casual, just to see what it was.
But Rainbow's a little different than your typical.
Because Call of Duty, people play on PC, they play on controller.
Yeah,
Apex they play on controller.
Oh, that's because those have aim assist.
Exactly. It makes the game significantly easier.
Yeah,
because you get best of both worlds.
Yeah, in Rainbow the aim assist is so minuscule that you honestly don't.
I don't think Rainbow has aim assist.
There is aim assist, but it's so minuscule. It's almost a disadvantage.
Yeah,
against mouse and keyboard.
Wow.
Yeah. In Call of Duty and Apex, you are 100 times better on
really
controller.
Because when I was playing Warzone, I didn't feel any aim assist on mouse and keyboard at all.
Because you don't
at all.
On mouse and keyboard, there's no aim assist.
I didn't feel any on controller either.
Oh really?
Yeah.
No, there's a control though.
I didn't feel any. Like legit. Like I felt at a disadvantage. Same thing on Rainbow. I felt it on the Xbox version. I honestly I saw it where I moved my controller like just a little bit and I saw it trace. Like you can tell when aim assist kicks in. It's very easy to tell.
Very obvious.
Yeah. So I saw it and I felt it on console. I didn't feel it at all on PC. Yeah. Even when I was playing with a controller.
I don't know. I played Warzone on mouse and keyboard first and I couldn't do anything. I popped in a controller and actually did good.
There's a lot of command. There's too many command. Like that's the part of it. That's the one thing that is very tricky. There's a huge learning curve when you're coming from console to PC, like basically like button mapping and stuff like that. Because before, where you were using 3 fingers, which was your thumb, your index, and your middle finger, now you're using all 5.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and
so you have to get your pinky and your other finger, your ring finger, in like to all the action.
And even on controllers, sometimes the middle finger you don't even use.
Exactly.
Because like when I was basically got into gaming, I was in Halo. Yeah. In Halo, I learned to play with the index for both the bumper and the trigger. Yeah. So because you can do the bumper melee, so you just tap up and you have the melee up and running. So I never in like since the Halo like Halo 2, I've never used the middle finger.
Yeah, exactly. So
So-
it's not something I now that you say it, like the only time I think I can remember it using is if like it's required.
Or like if we
Yeah.
were trying to do
Yeah.
like the claw,
Yeah.
then yeah, you're using middle finger,
Yeah.
but that's also slower.
But it's like, yeah, it's 4 fingers versus now you're using your whole both hands all
Yeah.
together. That's where the learning curve is. That's why like button mapping is so important.
Mhm.
And you can do all, like the good thing about PC games, most games you can change the button mapping.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that's cool, man. I'm glad you're liking it. It's,
Yeah, no, I did. And
it's
honestly, I even
interesting.
think about it like as far as like there are other uses. Like I'll be like on just browsing while I'll go like a game's loading. I don't have to really use my phone anymore. Like I'll just be on a Twitch stream while waiting for the game
Yep.
to load, or if I'm waiting for someone to come on, whatever case may be. Like I'm just doing something on it all the time.
Yeah.
So like even my phone, like I'm not even using it anymore when I game.
Yeah.
Like compared to Xbox, where I was like my Xbox, then my phone, my Xbox, my phone. It's
Yeah.
it's all in one.
Bro, when
Yep.
you go dual monitor, you'll never
Oh.
come back. You'll never.
Oh,
come
that's
back.
That's my next step.
next step.
That's honestly,
I
I
was gonna buy
love.
the bracket.
I love dual monitor setup. Like I had dual monitor before I got 144,
Mhm.
and then after once you go 144, oh
You-
my
that's-
god, bro!
That jump alone.
Well, I'll do
Yeah.
144 with the.
With the dual monitor,
Yeah,
that's a good
That's what I'm
idea.
gonna do. So I'm gonna keep my monitor, but then I'll just have the
Yeah.
144.
144.
If you go-
hits different.
One, it does. It absolutely.
Well, you already
does.
have both monitors.
Well, I remember
You just
giving
gotta
it to
set it
Andy
up. Oh yeah, you're right,
Yeah.
right. I forgot about that.
because
Right.
Andy joined up to PC as well. So
Yeah. So you gave him the monitor.
I gave him the
I
monitor.
forgot about that.
no,
I
actually,
thought-
I actually ended up buying it for me. He gave me money for it,
Oh, okay.
and I was just gonna give it to him.
Okay.
So shout out to Andy.
Yeah. Built that. Man, a PC that was pretty good. We
Well,
got
no, I
that done
built
really
his
quick.
PC.
No, I'm talking about Andy. I'm
Oh
saying.
yeah,
we got his.
he got his mouse and
PC.
keyboard too. It was pretty nice.
So I want to try a new section on the podcast, a new, something new. Call it the business of the week. So what we do in the business of the week is we talk something about what's going on in the world, the economy. It's kind of like maybe some news of like a big company or something, just anything related to business.
Yeah.
The reason being is because we just want, people to be more aware of like what's out there and stuff like that. Just kind of be informed of what these big companies are doing. I think it's very important for people to know what bigger companies are doing, like the whole Amazon thing and Q2. Remember that? HQ2,
Remember?
where they were taking bids to see, basically to give them the biggest tax break.
Oh yeah.
But, you guys have any questions about business?
Business? No. I mean, the only thing I was just like, I was hearing today at the stock market was like going down or some shit like that. I don't know. I just heard that at work.
So, yes and no. I mean, it depends on which one you follow. There's 3 that people tend to look at as far as how the stock market's doing. There's the S&P 500, there's the NASDAQ, and there's the Dow Jones,
Mhm.
right? There's differences between all 3 of them as far as volatility goes and stuff like that, and how they're measured. Basically, it just depends on which one you follow, because people tend to build their portfolios around that. So the S&P 500 is 500 companies, specifically hand chosen by the S&P index. Don't quote me on this, but basically it's a way the way that it's complicated. But here's what I'll say: it measures it's kind of like a good way to look at how the economy is going.
Mhm.
Same thing with the Dow Jones, and same thing with the NASDAQ.
Yeah.
Right? The Dow Jones is, I believe, 30 companies, and the NASDAQ is 100.
Mhm.
And it's basically they all like the Dow Jones takes the highest 30, and it just goes based off stock price. The NASDAQ does it based off something else, and then the S&P 500 does it based off like capital market and leverage and stuff like that. So I mean, it really depends on which one you follow, because I believe it was the NASDAQ.
Mhm.
It was at an all-time low, and then it bounced back to an all-time high. Like as soon as these layoff happens and like these stocks started to plummet,
Mhm.
people started investing.
Yeah.
So it really just depends. The market overall, like if you look at the entirety of the market, yeah, it's down a little bit.
Yeah.
But there's companies that have also skyrocketed during this time. People are buying stock. People know like, hey, these stocks are low. It's time to buy.
Yeah.
So the thing that you really want to look at when you're evaluating an economy is not necessarily the stock market. You want to look at buyer confidence.
Okay.
Buyer confidence is something, it's somewhat related to the stock market, but basically what you're doing with buyer confidence is you're seeing how confident people are during this time to purchase something.
Mhm.
So that applies to everything. That applies to necessities, luxury goods, basic need. That's necessities, but necessities, luxury goods, just goods in general, things like that. Niche goods, anything.
Mhm.
So if you if buyer confidence is high but the economy is low, that means people are still spending money.
Yeah.
That means people are still going out there. They're still trying to spend money. Not necessarily the economy, but I mean the stock market's down. And so that's what you want to look at.
Mm-hmm.
You know, then you also want to look at the value of the dollar versus other currencies.
Yeah, it makes sense.
So you want to see like basically like how much further apart from the euro is the dollar or from the Australian dollar.
Mm-hmm.
Australia and Europe have really good markets, really, really good GDPs. So measuring dollars up against that, you kind of get an idea of where we are. If we're lower, which we've never been, I don't believe, than the Australian dollar, we're in trouble.
Yeah.
If we're higher than the euro, which I don't believe we've ever been, or no, I think we were for a while.
Higher than the euro?
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. If we are, that's what I'm saying. I don't think we've ever been. We're not. I know right now we're lower than the euro because it's like the conversion rate is like 1.55 to 1. So it's like $1.50 gets you a euro,
Mm-hmm.
you know? If we're higher than the euro, then the dollar is doing really well and we're doing really, really good.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like, it's kind of, like I said, it's kind of difficult because right now the conversion rate from the American dollar to the Australian dollar is about 2 to 1.
Mm-hmm.
So you get about 2 Australian dollars to every $1. And from the American dollar to the euro, it's about 1.5. So it's like you have to spend $1.50 to buy a euro,
Mm-hmm.
you know?
That makes sense.
Yeah. That fluctuates a lot. It
Yeah.
honestly goes up and down
Yeah, I
from
can
time
see
to
that.
time.
It makes
There's
sense.
a lot of ways to evaluate how the economy's doing. There's a lot of things that people look at. But just because the stock market's down, that affects people who have their whole life invested in it.
Yeah.
That affects a lot of companies as well. It does affect the economy. At the end of the day, it does because it's a massive thing. So think about it like this, right? If most of your income, your personal income, let's say you have $1 million invested in the stock market,
Mm-hmm.
right? And you get 100 grand every year in dividends,
Mm-hmm.
right? And this is a bad year. So now instead of getting 100 grand in dividends, you're only getting 50 grand.
Mm-hmm.
That literally cuts your income in half,
Yeah.
you know? So it's like, that's why people do things like that. So instead of it being valued at $1 million, it drops down to only $500,000. You just lost half of your value.
Yeah.
That's why people kind of start to panic,
Mm-hmm.
you know? But that you should only panic if you really have that much invested in it.
Mm-hmm.
Because again, you just lost half your value. And if you don't have another job, if you're like a day trader,
Yeah.
you know, like you could lose a lot of money really, really quick.
Yeah, it makes sense.
You know, and that's the risky part of day trading. You can invest 30 grand into something and then pull it out and only get 15 back, you know, or you can invest 10 grand into something. It triples in price in like 5 minutes. You sell it, you get triple the amount back. You make a lot of money.
Are
You
you
know?
not? Isn't that not allowed?
I mean, there's
Day trading.
day trading. It's kind of like a gray area. If you register, I believe you have to register because it's taxed differently.
Okay.
Some do it. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can do. You're allowed, I believe, like just like you and I, we're allowed like 3 trades a day, high volume trades.
On the same day.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
So,
it's
like, if
like-
I bought something, I can sell it the same day.
Yeah.
3
you
of
can-
them.
Yeah.
3 stocks. Is
it's
it 3 stocks or 3 transactions?
3 transactions.
Okay.
If I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
You can obviously buy more and sell more. No, I'm sorry. Yeah, it's 3 stocks, but in massive volumes. If you do massive quantities, so if you buy like 10 shares of Apple or whatever, that's not considered massive. But if you're buying, oh no, actually that is, because that's like
In Apple, that's massive.
That's $2,000. Well,
Yeah.
that's not massive. I'm sorry. I believe it has to be over 10 grand, if I'm not
Okay.
mistaken. So if you do more than 3 transactions over 10 grand in a day,
if you do 10 Amazon shares, because there's
they're
$1,000.
1,000. Yeah. So that's that would, I think that would consider you a day trader.
Okay.
You know.
But if I
But-
bought $15 worth of a movie theater,
No. Yeah.
that would be
You can
fine.
you can buy like
Well,
when I was
like buy and sell.
yeah, you can do that. If you're buying and selling the same thing that you bought that same day, that's where the gray area is.
Okay.
Because then it doesn't matter how much it is. But let's say you bought stock of Amazon yesterday, and you sell it today.
That's fine.
That's fine.
Yeah, I know that.
Yeah.
But something like, because you said 5 minutes later.
Oh no, yeah. If you sell it 5 minutes later, that counts as your one transaction.
Okay.
And then if you do it again with a different stock, that's your second one.
Okay.
It's like, yeah, like that's what day traders do, right? They buy something when it's like low for the day, and then they sell it when it's at the peak of the day. You know,
Gotcha.
and because they're doing it in such high quantities that these 50-cent markups make a difference.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
Mhm.
these $1, $2, $10 markups make a massive difference when you're trading millions of dollars.
It's McDonald's
or
principle.
hundreds of thousands of dollars.
I just wonder
The McDonald's principle is the big. Are you talking about the Big Mac index?
No, the fry one.
Oh, okay.
It's basically if you like a fry costs you 5 cents and every store is throwing away one fry a day.
Yeah,
We times that by all the stores.
yeah,
That's a lot of money.
That's a lot
yeah,
of money.
exactly.
Patrick Hilbert, shout out.
Yeah.
But the thing I was gonna say is I wonder how long these I mean I'm pretty sure they're going low, but I wonder how long these stimulus checks are gonna keep everything going.
Well, that's the thing. From the stimulus is from what I understood and from what at least it was proposed to be. It wasn't supposed to keep anything going.
Oh really?
It was just to give you money for you to spend in the economy.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like
It wasn't to pay your bills.
no,
and
that's what I'm
stuff
saying. Like, but
that.
to keep it
Yeah.
going as far as like the economy.
I
Because
mean, it's
like,
only
I feel like
$1,200. There's only so much you could do with $1,200.
Yeah, exactly.
That's not even rent for some people.
I know.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
what
that's the
I'm
thing.
saying,
It's
though.
not supposed to be for rent.
Exactly.
Which
But
I don't know how you expect them not to use it for rent.
But I feel
Yeah.
like, well, at least I don't know, maybe it's because our store, but I don't know. I feel like wouldn't people start getting like low on money at this point?
Well,
for sure.
yeah, but the thing is,
That's if they're
that's
using
why,
it for that stuff.
Yeah, I mean, that like again, because the unemployment rate got so high so quick. Like
Yeah, but a
that's-
lot of people are still not getting it.
Yeah.
No, I'm saying like just the unemployment rate. I'm not talking about like what people are getting for unemployment. I'm talking about the unemployment rate got so high so quick. You know,
Yeah,
it's like that's the thing that I mean, it's inevitable. People are gonna hurt, but
Yeah.
it's like the thing that sucks is that there's people who aren't spending money that have money.
yeah.
And the thing about capitalism is that you always have to keep money circulating
Mm-hmm.
to make sure that
Because
people, you know,
no, that
I'm
makes
sorry.
sense.
Yeah,
No,
to,
no,
to make sure people are making money. So the
Mhm.
thing is, it's like, yeah, unfortunately, you know, some places can't pay their employees, but technically they could. They're multi-billion-dollar companies that make about $10 billion in revenue. They can
Mhm.
afford to pay their employees for the next couple months.
yeah.
You know, they can. And it would be better if they did, because then that gives them, it keeps money circulating,
But
gives
most
the
of those
economy
compani-
better.
Most of those
But
companies have to report to like the stocks and shit, right?
yeah, so
that's
that's the
why they
thing.
don't.
That's the thing. The revenue that they keep at the end, they split it amongst their shareholders.
Mm-hmm.
So then that's when you realize it's like these companies have a bigger duty to their shareholders than they
Yeah.
do to
Their employees.
exactly.
But it's crazy because like when you can tell when people got their money though, because
Oh,
like
for sure.
bro, the amount of orders we got,
The 50, the 55, 65, the 80 inches, bro. Left
like
and
just
right.
like the days like that the like people got their checks, like we
Yeah.
would have like 400, 500 pickups in that day, and our average like a day is maybe like 200 to 300.
And those were the days that, like, because it was in the middle of the week, so we were
Yeah.
low staff. So, like, I was doing 55, 65 inches back to back, dude.
Yeah, and it's
By
like
myself.
so you know when these people got the checks, bro. Like you
Yeah.
can tell.
And
And just like from my little store in Kissimmee area, I can tell that these people just got their money.
Yeah.
Because it's like, bro, there's no way. Like in a Wednesday, we're
Yeah.
just getting 500 orders out of nowhere.
If it
And-
was
and
on a
so-
Friday, it'd be yeah. I
and
get you.
so, and it so happens that we, like, the company came out with crap ton on sales on TVs that day, on a Wednesday.
yeah,
I don't know if you noticed that.
Yeah, I did
Almost
notice
every TV was on sale that day.
yeah.
that. Yeah.
What
lot
a
of stuff.
coincidence.
No,
What a
man,
freaking
yeah,
coincidence.
Like that's the thing, though. It's like you said, that money was meant to be spent on something.
Well, I'm just saying because
to help
as
stimulate the
in my
economy.
end, I was just getting the short end of the stick because I was just having to carry all these TVs. Like, I was
Yeah.
tired of it, dude.
No,
Like,
I get you. I mean, it's an economy stimulus,
Yeah.
not like it's not supposed to help
Yeah.
stimulate yourself. That's it's a really. I mean, I'm not gonna say it's insignificant. I mean, it is significant to some people, but in the grand scheme of things and like what bills people have,
Mhm.
it helps, but it's not. It's not enough to keep people going.
Yeah, no.
Like that's half of someone's expenses, a quarter,
Mm-hmm.
maybe even less, maybe a fifth. You know.
which is one of the reasons why not the stimulus part, but the reason why a lot of people are complaining about the unemployment thing too.
Yeah.
A lot of people are making more money on unemployment than when they do get their unemployment than they would get on a normal salary.
Yeah. I believe
Like
it.
in Florida, it's $275 from the state plus $600 from the federal government because of the CARE Act. That makes $875 a week.
Yeah.
Some
Wow.
people average barely $800 every 2 weeks,
Yeah.
and those people that got furloughed, they barely made those $800 and not making $875 a week, dude.
Well, that's
If they are getting their unemployment approved
Yeah.
and receiving it, they're making $875 a week.
yeah. Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a lot of money. Damn. So those people are almost making. Those people are almost making $4,000 a month.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're making double every paycheck,
Yep. Exactly.
more than double actually.
Well, that's good. I mean, that's good for the economy at the
I
end.
mean, do you-
But
yeah,
at the
but
end,
for the people, but also let's consider the ones that are working through
Yeah.
it and they're not making. Really
well, you have to realize like. Those people didn't have a choice. It's not like
No,
they
no,
were,
I
they
know.
could. They were like, oh, you know what? Like I quit. No,
No, I
like
know.
those people were unfortunate people in circumstances, and they're just like
But the complaint
you're
is that
victim blaming. You're victim blaming.
the complaint.
You're victim blaming.
How am I victim blaming? You can't be the victim if you're getting the better end of the stick.
But they're victims of an unfortunate. I bet you 100% that those people would rather still be working
for sure. But I'm saying
than
that
to
I'm
have
not-
to
I'm
rely
not-
on unemployment.
I'm not saying I agree. I'm saying the complaint is
Okay.
that those that are working
Yeah.
are getting paid less than those that are on unemployment, and that there's no sign that the people that are risking their lives on a day-to-day basis, or potentially risking their lives on a day-to-day basis, aren't really getting compensated for it.
No, I get you.
So
Yeah, I mean that's true. I mean it was what like most companies did like a $2 an hour bump,
yeah.
Yeah.
and that's like
And that barely puts you like
Exactly.
to some people that were making, let's say, $850, they're making $970 now.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's
What was I gonna say?
that's
how
not how
do you
math
feel
works,
about?
1050. But
No, I'm just saying like I'm just putting some
oh,
numbers
you
out.
mean overall? I think
Yeah,
you meant
yeah, yeah.
850 per hour.
No.
How do you feel about like Florida, like opening up and shit like that?
I think there's two.
It's
There's
bullshit.
I think of it in two ways, right? One,
We don't live in Florida, by the way.
it
As
doesn't
you
matter.
said, Kissimmee. I wonder how many Kissimmys there are in the United States.
Right, I'm saying. One, the first way I see it is like this, right? No matter when we open up, right? We can
Mhm.
open up today or tomorrow, a month, 2 months from now.
Well, like let me actually rephrase that: soft opening, because it is.
Okay.
Yeah.
So here's how I see, right? The biggest argument is that it's gonna spike,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah.
I think it's gonna spike regardless.
Yeah.
I think that no matter when we open up, it's gonna spike. Unfortunately.
Mm-hmm.
That's one way that I think, but then the other way that I think it's like, nah, like we shouldn't open. Like this is kind of insane because we're losing about 3,000 people a day,
Yeah.
and that's just okay now. Like it's like, oh, that's all right, you know, like that's crazy.
Mhm.
Like to lose 3,000 people a day to unnatural causes is insane.
Yeah.
You know, it's not like these are elderly people that are dying. Well, I mean it is, but I mean it's not people just dying from old age or natural
Yeah.
causes. Like it's because of a disease,
Mm-hmm.
and a disease that could have been, the spread could have been handled better,
Yeah.
Significantly better.
significantly better,
Mm-hmm.
right? But like that's why I'm saying it's like no matter when we open up, there's gonna be a bump.
Mm-hmm.
That's inevitable.
Yeah.
So it could be 6 months from now. It could be tomorrow. You're going to see that bump. So I think it's like, yeah, might as well get it over with. But then at the same time, I'm like, no, like that's a lot more lives. Like
Yeah.
if you're talking about 3,000 a day right now, get ready for 6 or 12,
Yeah.
you know? And
This
it's crazy. Like there's no way you can really look at it and be okay with either way, because it's like, yeah, we're going to stay closed, but how many people are going to have to declare bankruptcies and lose
Oh,
their
for sure.
homes and be homeless because
Yeah.
of this? Or how many people, you know, like are depending on us to open up quick so that we can go ahead and keep, you know, like people in homes,
Yeah.
you know? And it's like, the thing is also like these small businesses,
Yeah.
there's people who can't afford to do this.
Mm-hmm.
They've already lost so much money.
Mm-hmm.
Like places just aren't gonna open back up.
Yeah. No, there's a lot of small businesses. I'm pretty sure that closed
Yeah.
down already. That just.
Well,
That's it.
there's even franchises that have closed down
Exactly.
permanently.
Yeah.
Sweet Tomato,
Mhm.
a local,
Oh, yeah.
a Florida franchise, so they're not really
Yeah.
outside of Florida, but they're done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're not coming back.
So it's like there's two ways to look at it. I mean, from a business standpoint, this opening would help,
But
and I understand why people want to open. But from a health standpoint, like I also understand like
What's
we need to
worse,
stay
though?
closed.
Be dead or lose everything.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. There's the paradox where it's you have your mom on one we've done this before.
Yeah.
Yeah,
on
the
one
train and the
rail,
lever,
and then you have
Yeah.
4 or 5 random people that you don't know.
exactly.
That same paradox was used recently into do we lose thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of people because of the train? If we stop the train will lose money.
Mm-hmm.
Or do we keep the train going, let the train make money, but lose thousands of people? Which one do we prefer? So there's only one rail, but you can stop the train.
All right, but I mean,
You see what
again,
I'm saying?
Yeah. But the thing is, it's like you can stop the train, and
The train loses money.
Right, but it's not just the train losing money; it's everybody.
Well,
losing
no,
money.
but the train is a symbol of the economy. The train losing money is the economy.
Okay.
Okay, but the train keep going is us.
Yeah. So
You know.
here's the thing: you have to think of it in terms of people, like families, like people.
Well, no, yeah, I get that.
So it's like it's not just corporations losing money; it's corporations that can't afford.
let me put this
don't
like-
pay people.
Let me put this like this then. You are about to get bankrupt, right?
Yeah.
Not saying that you are, but
Right.
using you. And you call for opening the
The
economy. You go back to work, you get the virus, you die.
Yeah.
What now? What are you gonna do?
Just
What
be
did
dead.
you what
There's
did you
nothing
help?
else to do?
Like how you just left your family, you
Right.
let's say you're the breadwinner, you're the only one working, you have a kid.
They claim my life insurance. It pays out.
Let's say you don't
I
have life
win.
insurance. Let's say the ones that
That's
don't
what
have
I'm
life
just
insurance.
saying,
Wouldn't
like-
have life insurance.
Let's put the people that don't.
Okay.
You know,
All right, yeah,
just
yeah.
because we
Our
have agreed to have life insurance
Right,
doesn't mean
right.
that a lot of people
Exactly. Okay. All
have.
right.
So
No, I get
You know
you.
what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah. No, I get you. I get you. I
So-
get what you're saying. That's what I'm saying. I see both sides of it. I can
No,
understand
yeah.
both sides. So it's like that's what I'm saying. Like me personally, I don't know. At this point I'm in crossroads. I don't want to say open up because thousands and thousands of people are going to die, but then it's like thousands and thousands of people are going to lose their homes.
yeah,
That's I don't know. Just me.
that's where the
personally,
government should
like,
step in.
But
Honestly,
it's like you're stuck between a rock and a hard place.
look
you
at
know?
Italy.
Yeah.
Cancel mortgages, rent, can't do evictions if you've been evicted before the date they set,
Canada, you get 2,000 a month
and you can't get
for 4
evicted,
months.
and you can't get rent. You can't
Yeah.
get
I don't know.
money.
I mean
just
that
feel
would
like-
that would be a better option.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
That would be a better option.
I don't know. It's just like it's legit. It's like you said. It's hard, but I don't know. Just dying or being like broke. It's just
They're almost
Sucks.
one in the same.
yeah.
Yeah,
It's like-
Because it's like you're broke. You're fucked.
but the thing is that's
But-
where the issue lies in the United States.
But then if you die, you die.
We're putting people in a scenario where they either have to risk their lives to be able to not be broke and actually have a living, or we're putting them to die.
Mm-hmm.
That's wrong.
You know,
Mhm.
like
Exactly.
there's just in the United States, there's no winning really
Yeah.
unless you are
No.
already wealthy.
You either eat shit and die or die.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's crazy.
Right.
So-
It's I mean
And even if you don't die, you may face like a bunch of bills.
Yeah.
Like hospital bills.
exactly.
Which that's it's just even worse. 'Cause at
And-
that point now you're sick, you miss time at work,
Yeah.
this and that. Now you have more bills
Yeah.
on top of your other bills
Yeah.
that you already had, and that's
Yeah.
trash. That's
Almost $100,000 to get tested.
That's insane.
Tested, not even treated.
wait, what?
Like some people are getting charged almost $1,000, $100,000 to get tested for the virus.
There should be a law against that.
Jesus Christ!
I think they need to
With
regulate.
and that's with insurance, of course.
Yeah.
But
Did,
like,
did you guys hear about that guy that like was almost not almost, but he had like a lot of like good stuff going on with like the vaccine or whatever, and then he ended up like being found dead or some shit like that.
I haven't heard about that. But going back to what we were just talking about like everything reopening and stuff like that. What I wanted us to say was that if Ireland, let's take Ireland right into consideration.
Mm-hmm.
What is like Irish people known for? Drinking.
Potatoes.
And drinking where? At pubs.
Potatoes.
Uh-huh.
Ireland has said that they're not opening any pubs until August 10th.
Damn, for real.
So let's just take that into consideration. We are real soft reopening United States under a week's worth of drop cases.
Right.
Ireland has been doing really good for almost a month,
And
they extended the pubs reopening until August 10th.
God damn.
So like, what are we doing? Like, what are we doing to be this bad at this response? I honestly don't get it.
I don't know either, bro. I couldn't tell you. That's crazy. I don't know what it is. Like, it's crazy because you see people protesting this thing and talking about how it's like a violation.
Yeah.
It's insane. It's a lot. It's really depressing.
Did you see people that were protesting the gyms and then
Yeah.
were working out while they're protesting?
Exactly. It's
You're
like,
doing
what do
exactly what you're.
You
wanna
want to
do
be
it?
doing
You
outside of the
then.
gym.
You just want to.
Exactly.
Do you want to do inside of the building?
No,
Is
they
that
just
it?
want other people to see their fucking bodies.
Well,
That's
they
what it is.
they
They're
got
like,
a whole camera
yep,
crew now.
It's like I go to the gym not to work out, just to flex in front of other people, so they could see how fucking ripped I am.
Like those guys
what
that
it
walk
is.
in, flex, pretend like they're about to work out, and
Exactly.
then just walk out.
Yeah. Yeah, they go to the gym just to stand in front of a mirror, get a pump going, and be fucking ripped. And
Take a
look
selfie.
good.
Don't forget the
Yep,
selfie.
put it on the gram. It's
Yep.
like, damn. But on that bombshell, it's time for us to end. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram at Los Compadres Pod. And what else, Jay? That's it, right?
Yeah, pretty much it. Oh, and YouTube.
Oh, and YouTube. Yeah, the link will be in the description. We still don't have a channel name. You need to have 1,000 subs. So sub to us on YouTube, please, because then that way we can claim Los Compadres Pod.
If you
Please
go on
and thank you.
Instagram, there is going to be one link in the bio, and it's going to take you to YouTube, Spotify, and Apple Music. So Apple Podcasts, sorry.
Yep.
So
Yep. And
Cool.
also, talk to us on Instagram or YouTube. We monitor those comments very closely, and we make sure to get back to everybody. So if you want us to talk about something,
I did it. I'm sorry.
Please, everyone, tell us stop doing the yup.
yep.
It's such a habit.
If you want us to talk about something, or you have an idea or anything, we're more than willing to listen. Just send us a message at Los Compadres Pod, or comment on YouTube or something. All right. Thank you.